From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Right back to him on first down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, here's Garoppolo. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He'll return it from the 6. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their own 26. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Get ready for something coming left.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It was Marcel Harris out of Florida making the tackle that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Go on the ball. On the ball. There you go, 368. There you go, 368. Nice.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
Nice.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
There you go, 368. Heavy.
Dalton here from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up the third down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Able to haul it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They run it with McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
4 down. Here we go. Black 80.
To throw is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mixon with a first down carry. Space to maneuver at the 40. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Side. Here you go, 368. Side. Heavy. Watch this.
To throw here, Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And now running right through it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They go play action here on first down. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Black 80! Black 80! 6! 12!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Here we go. 65.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Shakes off the sack, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Danny Shelton. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
13! Here we go. 80!
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to go down again. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Go on the ball. On the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It's complete to Grant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Play action. Garoppolo. Caught left side. Garcon. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run with McKinnon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. The extra point up and good. And it's now 13-7. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
368!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Jakeem Grant now to return. Pretty move. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 40. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go 368. 368.
Second down, Dalton. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
368.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's